I haven't shot this thing in months. Whew. Wild. Yo, Chuck the Steel, how you doing, buddy? You just got out of here shooting the Aries. 2 for 2 so far. Haven't shot in a while. I lost it in my garage. You keep the keep those toes warm. I'm in the good old Columbia Bugaboots, keeping the feet warm, so it's good. I'm staying toasty. It's all that counts. It's probably close to around -10 with the wind. Oh, a little low on that, but I shot with the vibration going on. Yeah, I don't know how long the back's going to survive out here, standing on all this uneven snow, but it's going to be a little sketch. Hey, what's up, Hoggy? How you doing, bud? Hey, if you're going to be a dick, you're going to go inside, buddy. You know how it is. Yeah, I was out, went to go do a little ice fishing yesterday. Went out to this area that should be pretty good. We saw some people running. But unfortunately, where we set up, there was no go. We spent a good 3 hours. We had a delicious meal out on the ice, which was a, hold on. We had a delicious meal out on the ice, which was a nice beef stew that I made. And everything was rocking and rolling. And then my buddy's son stepped in a hole. And we had to pack up and boogie. Kind of sucked. We were really hoping to catch on to something decent size. But again, it looks like our it looks like my biggin's gonna elude me a little longer. So hopefully next weekend I'll be able to get out and set up and catch some fish. Have a little bit of fun that way. Should be pretty good. Oh man, I miss the Aries. It's a freaking good slingshot. Had some people reaching out this morning, what was going on, if I was going live and whatnot, but do I sell frames still? Who are we talking to? LP Adventure? Oh, somebody to LP Adventures, or is that just me? Are you talking to me, LP? Yo, what's up, Scott? Yeah, it was warm yesterday. It was a little warm. Yeah, I've got one that, depending on where you're at, LP, I do have one that's ready to go. It's a red Avro with black liners. Yo, what's up, Zach? Oh man, yeah, it's kind of tough to figure out this setup. I've been shooting the 1/4 inch with the Omega 0.4 electric white with an 18 to 12 taper, and it seems to be handling the cold a lot better than I thought it would. I mean, we're not looking for stop and power, obviously. We're just looking to get the ball down range and hit what we're aiming at, and it's actually pretty good. We're dealing with a little wind, which is not the best, but we'll figure it out. Plenty of zip, though, I'll tell you. Bird looks cold there, man. Currently trying to get a hold of a planchette. Yeah, Gene Kirkland's your man for that, bud. I got mine in my pocket right now. We may switch over to that a little bit. I wanted to get some shots through the areas. I was so happy I found it in my garage yesterday. I'm like, fuck, man, I had a bunch of frames out here, and I can't find my the original one that I had, which was this guy here. I have another one, but I had one of the clips break, and I was lucky enough to get a new set, but they're not sanded down yet, and that's okay. We'll get it all figured out eventually when I have some time. But at winter time is my time of playing, so if I'm out here, I'm either going to be out here shooting, or I'm going to be out walking around in the woods or ice fishing when it comes to winter time. I need that sunshine, man. The sunshine's critical for survival. Yeah, it's around -10 here today. Yeah, so the battle continues. Still no toothy critters for old ATO, which is kind of wearing on the ego a little bit. Yeah, but just got that one. I'm sure we'll end up getting one at the end by the end of the season. So I got a few slings out with me today. I've got the Aries. I've got my I speed bumped that like crazy. That was wild. I've got my Avro. This little beauty. Absolutely love this one. And I've got my planchette, so we may get a little bit of pickle shooting in today. I mean, hopefully we do. Quite like it. I should have brought my other one too. I have another one all banded up, ready to go. Shoot me a message, LP, and we'll talk. Warms, yeah, I got the warm socks on, and the Columbia Bugga boots to keep my feet warm. Although when you're just standing around, not moving around too much, it can get a little nasty. Yo, what's up, Tizzy? Oh, Tim's in the house. What's up, Tim? Shooting a little bit of your work here today. I won't. No, that's fine, man. No worries about shopping around, man. Shoot me a message and I'll show you what I got. If you're interested, it's yours. If you're not interested, well, somebody else will take it, I'm sure. Once all the BS is done with all the shipping and shit, I'll just raffle it off, I guess. We'll see how that turns out. But I've pretty much pumped the brakes on all the building. I'm not gonna bother with that at all. If nothing's going on, and it's going to cause so much problems, like it takes the fun out of it for me. So I'm not gonna bother doing it. The whole purpose for all of this, the YouTube channel, the chatting with my buddies on here, all of that is just for the fun of it. So if all the stupidness keeps on circling around it, it'll stop. I'm just not going to do it. It's not worth my time. Not worth my time and my frustration. There's enough bullshit on a day-to-day. I don't need to add anything to the plate. Oh, trying to get that little guy. No, the red Avro is really still there, but I haven't really What's up, Tim? Yeah, I haven't really promoted it or done anything like that at all with the Avro. I'm probably going to reach out to the to the guy who wanted it originally. I'll give him first dibs on it, I guess. If the shipping bullshit is okay. But if I find somebody in another country, I'll just sell it to them. It had gotten a little bit ridiculous, so we'll just call it good and get rid of her. It may be the last one, the last one that I make. So if anybody wants it, well, we'll see. My eye starts twitching. Oh yeah, me too, man. Me too. It was never about being a business for me, really. I just thought it was kind of cool that I could make some frames and some people would actually wanted them, you know. So I was going to keep on doing it, and as long as there was like a demand, or not even a demand, but as long as there was an interest, and it was, you know, easy. You know, I can make them as I had time, and then sell them off as you know, as they were done. If people want them, I'd raffle them off, and this way, you know, nobody's really paying all that much to get a chance to win, and it's kind of fun and cool. But yeah. I just want to be able to go to the post office and say, hey, send this to this guy, point final. And it's not like that now. So fuck, I can't hit that little guy. Precise 0.65. I can't really remember off the top of my head. I think it's 6, if I remember correctly. No, the YouTube channel is going to continue going, man, for now. It's just really hard to get out and shoot videos. I really don't like doing like reviews on a tabletop or anything like that. Whatever I do, a non-slingshot video, it doesn't seem to get any traction or whatever it is. And so I don't plan on going too crazy otherwise. But once the weather starts getting nice and I don't have 3 feet of snow in my backyard, I'll start doing videos again. But at the moment, it's just tough out here doing videos like this. I think I may do a couple of videos with my ice fishing gear, get those things up. I had a great video planned. I was going to do an overnighter out on the ice, do some fishing. I had brought a slingshot with me. Everything was going to be cool, but I got kicked off the ice by public security. So it's kind of hard to find access in areas where you can actually leave your car without somebody calling the cops on you and where you won't get a ticket. So I decided to do it in a public park. I figured it would be the safest place. And well, I had a cop try to tell me about the law, about not camping in the area that I lived, and I'm like, well, I'm not in the area. I'm on the lake, and that's federal land. So I call bullshit. I'm like, if you could prove to me that I can't sleep on the lake, then I'll happily move. And he said to me, oh, I don't have to prove to you that you can sleep on the lake or not. What I can prove to you, though, is that it is illegal to park your car or be present in a public park after 11 o'clock. He's like, so according to the law, you've got to be off the ice in about 15 minutes. Anyway, I basically just shut up at that point and got my car off the ice, or off the got my car out of the parking lot. But we'll see what happens. The tariff should eventually go away. Yeah, we'll see. when the acid rain comes, or the ozone layer opens up and burns everything, don't worry, you're good. What do I shoot? I shoot steel. I don't shoot clay balls because basically when you have a clay ball, if you're shooting clay balls that are made in the country that you're from, I'm all in. Go for it. Have fun. If you're not, you could be introducing all kinds of parasites and bugs that are not in your area. That's just my theory on it. You could take it or leave it either way, but I don't trust it. It's just that I got 6.2, but I got 6.5. I've never done a speed test on 0.65, I don't think, precise, but I used to shoot it a lot. Downtown Toronto, just camp everywhere. Oh, I know, that's the funny thing, right? You can, it's not just downtown Toronto, it's downtown everywhere. That's the crazy thing, is you can just camp anywhere you want, and that's fine. Yeah, they pick and choose when they can do that. Yeah, it's funny how that works. You see, if I hold my shot at all, I drop like crazy. It's wild. Yeah, even on the way to in the way to Montreal, Scott, we have this area that's called the Turcotte Yards. It's basically where the highway goes by, and there's a bunch of train tracks and all kinds of shit that goes on there. And when you're driving through there, you see tents set up right there on the grounds, just hanging out. There's actually a tent right where I get on the highway. There's a couple of tents there where there's a homeless guy that lives there. There's actually a pretty cool mystery with that guy, though. He's this really tall guy. He's got some long hair, big beard, and he wears this long trench coat with a big hood. He walks around looking like an evil Sith Lord or something. But he's actually funny. He walks around and he gives people quests. It's freaking weird. If you come up to him and you ask me for money and he gives you something, he'll tell you, oh, if you want to see something really cool in Montreal, go here. And he'll give you these little quests to go on. It's kind of neat. What's my thoughts on the wasp stinger? I had never tried it before. Oh man, park's right in the middle of the city, full of tents. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's just wild. Gotta go feed the animals. We'll catch up later. Okay, later, Tim. I'm trying to read things without my glasses on, so sorry if I screw up anything. If I'm making if I'm not reading shit right or whatever. Yeah, it's just crazy. People park and live and do all kinds of things. And imagine here, man, it's like it gets fucking cold here. You can imagine just being out, sleeping in a bullshit tent with a bunch of crap inside of it to keep you warm off the ground. Oh, can't believe I got that. I'm trying to hit the little 20 up on top there, and I keep missing it. And I went down to the squirrel ball, and I got it. Now, I've peppered the whole area all around there, from top to bottom, left to right. I hit it all. Just haven't hit that stupid thing yet. Again, I just hit the top part of the loop, top left part of the loop, not enough to make a flip. Shit, that's gonna drive me nuts. Nice shot, thanks, Tizzy. I was dog sitting for my sister yesterday. Got absolutely nothing done. It was awesome. Yeah. Oh, I got back. Yeah, man. You know what the worst thing is? Have you ever eaten like a big meal where like you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna lie down here, just chill out here for the next hour or so and see how everything goes and just like digest and chill. So I had to pack up all my shit and then walk like 150 meters off the ice with 100 pounds of gear by myself yesterday. I got off the ice, picked up that fucking sled and kind of like wiggled it into the back of my car. I got home and I was done. I was done. I got home and I just took off my clothes, sitting down, watching TV. And there's like, fuck, I don't think I can do this. And I was thinking last night, I'm like, man, I'm going to have another crack at it. I'm going to go out again tomorrow. And then by the time I tried to get up off the couch and walk upstairs, take my shower and go to bed, I was like, oh, fuck. I'm like, yep, won't be going tomorrow. It looks like it'll be a next weekend. Hopefully it'll be decent next weekend, or maybe I'll do an evening run on Friday. I'll just bring my gear to work with me and then hop out of the car, go right to the spot and see if I can catch something. I don't understand. I've been hitting that 40, punching the center right out of it over and over and over again. And it's the same size as that stupid little 20 that's up on, not even 20. I actually, Scorgan would know. Hey, Scorgan, your small flipper. What size is that little guy? Recovery time is key for sure. It really is. I should have just brought a foam roller and rolled on it all night long. It's 20, yeah. I can't hit that thing worth a fucking lick right now. It's just crazy. Fucking so close. So I got this Andrew Axiom pouch I've been shooting. It's his microfiber ones. This microfiber is freaking awesome. Andrew, if you're watching, buddy, if you're watching, whatever it is that you make these out of, this yellow stuff, is fantastic. It's thick enough. Yeah, the steel bullseye's 11, and I know you can hear it when I'm hitting that thing. Pack! Makes that nice sound. The coffee. I actually had the coffee before I came out today. I didn't bring it out with me. I didn't think it was going to stay cold for long enough, so. But we had some, this morning we had some Intenso from Nespresso, and it was very, very good. Yeah, I know you can hear it. I can hit that thing all day long, but I can't hit the 20. 11 millimeter, check. 20 millimeter, not going to do it. This 0.4 Omega. There we go. Finally. Oh my God, that felt so good. That felt so good. The work that went into that little bastard was incredible. Intense on theme, yeah. Oh man, finally, that thing was driving me freaking wild. Smacked it right there. Okay, let's go back up to that 20 and see if we could hit it. Missed. We'll give it 3 shots and then we'll go back to the 40 and hit that. Fuck, I missed that by like 3 inches. That was terrible. There we go. All right. I think we're kind of getting back into shape a little bit. There we go. There's 2 in a row. There's 3 in a row. Oh, there's a miss. They drive me crazy too. You know what's wild though? I mean, in summertime when I was in my peak shooting, I was getting my practice in all the time, and I was getting my shots done. I was hitting that little guy right up there. I was getting that thing. I was getting that thing, hitting that thing probably, I don't know, 6 on 10, like 7 on 10 sometimes. I even hit that little guy over 10 times, but my average was 7 on 10. And now I'm having a hard time hitting them. I guess all the lack of shooting is starting to wear on me a little bit. Weston is putting those targets through. Has he broken any yet? Let's go after that yellow squirrel ball, see if we can get it. There we go. Not a good one though, it's just enough to make it wiggle. There we go. I'm proud of that one. That'll do it. I'm curious to see if Weston's actually cut one of those yet. I haven't been able to. I mean, I'm shooting really light ammo too, though, to be fair. And nope, they're holding up. The edge is fray, but the stitching holds for sure. Yeah, he's a monster with long draw. 100% he is. And I'm pretty much guarantee you he eats up all other targets pretty damn quick. I know Chuck and Steel was the same thing too. He used to blow through them in no time. But these guys are really, really solid. I bought some similar from Timber 26 from the Omega site. They lasted a long time too. I still got another one or two hanging up in there. They're still going strong. I have the one that looks like a pig and everything like that. Yo, Bushwalker, what's up, buddy? Mudbug, what's happening? I'm gonna try some epoxy on the edges to help with the fraying. Yeah, that might help. That might help for sure. Yeah, a little epoxy, maybe even some crazy glue. You get some of that, you know, that really, really liquidy one, the really low viscosity or whatever they call it, the really thin one. That actually might help it too. It'll get in there and kind of soak into the material a little bit, and then harden up. Might work. I had a 20 or a 25. I think it might have been a 25 I got from Timber 26. I picked on that thing so many times. It just spun around in a circle over and over and over and over and over again. And I actually wore the loop out. How crazy is that? I just wore the loop out. I just chewed it up until the loop just went right through. And I thought for sure that the shock cord would have wore out first, but nope. Lazy day, putting patches on my messenger bag that I use for day hikes. Oh, nice. I got a nice one, man. I got one of those hidden woodsman haversacks. I love that thing. I use it. I've done a couple of overnighters out of it and everything too, but I used to do I used to carry that thing when I got some extra gear that I want to bring with me. I've got my big backpack and I attached two carabiners, and I just attach it to the loops, and I could use that to walk right through and keep everything right up in front with me. I could just open it up. I tuck it into my chin, and I got all my gear. That's what you got as well. Great pack for small trips. It's amazing. It's probably amazing. The only thing I did was I added two pouches on either end. One of them holds like my sharpening stone and a bunch of other little doodads, and on the other side it carries my water bottle. It's got the axe sleeve in the back, so I can put my my Hultaforce Hulton hatchet in there, and I'm in. Like, that's it. And then under the roll, I usually take my under the flap. I'll just put a with all my gear on there. I'll keep a container. I've got a small water filter. You ever see those ones from Katadyn? It's like a bag. You fill up the bag and you just squeeze it through the thing. I freaking love that thing. I can't remember the name of it at the moment, but I carry that stuff, my water filter, with that, a tarp wrapped up, a wool blanket wrapped up in a tarp, and I've got everything I need. It's freaking awesome. I like the G-Flex, would have some give. Yeah, CA glue would work too. I'll A/B test each one. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm sure we do. And man, that's pretty much everything a dude needs out in the bush, man. Like, no joke. That those little haversacks are pretty badass, and I really do like my when I have my my other fuck's it called? My rucksack, my Deep Woods ruck. When I carry my Deep Woods ruck, I'll do the same thing. I'll take my haversack and just lock it up in front, attach it to the D loops on my Molly 2 straps. Yeah, straps, I guess, and then everything clicks in there. It's really nice too. But having that setup, being able to lock it up in the front, gives you, if you ever need to drop a pack and go on a little quick foray or something like that, and you're looking for some mushrooms or out for a mooch, you could drop your big pack at a camp, set it on up, and then just walk out with that little guy. You can't go wrong. Can't go wrong at all. And I got one of those pouches from him that I don't know, for some reason it kind of got me my wife is in there boxing with the dog. Yeah. Yo, I don't have my glasses on. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to put them on. I can't figure out that name. Thigh, what's up, man? Deneen, how you doing? Yeah, I'm dying for some camping, man. I haven't done any camping this year at all. I have not one overnighter, nothing. Sucks. I need that vitamin N. It's very important to get that nature time in. Even just one night. I know it seems like a lot of work to get out somewhere, set everything up, go to sleep, have a fire, do a hike, check some shit out. But it's just getting that time in is just, I don't know. I come home feeling like I've been on vacation for a week. Yeah, I wish I could get to that catch box and have a look. Wow, and have a look at that flipper. I don't know how close I could zoom in with my phone, but I'm sure that metal chip in the center there has taken a pretty good beating. And I think they're stainless steel too, so I don't have to worry about them rusting out, which is cool. That was one of a very few misses on that 40. There we go. Boom. Yeah, 304 stainless steel. That's what I thought. Doing all right. Hope you're doing amazing. Yeah, I'm doing pretty damn good, man. Can't complain. It's not too cold. Yeah, it's around -10 outside today. See the breath and everything. It's kind of cold with the wind. It's -10 with the wind. But this is actually a nice day for us up here. This is a nice winter day. It gets way colder, way windier, way nastier. No freezing rain, no snow today, so nothing but blue skies. Figured I would come out and do my live from here. I just wanted to wait a little bit because it was like around -14 this morning. And that's kind of like the limit of where I like to shoot, but I knew it was going to warm up a little bit, so I watched the Little Olympics this morning. Watched Team Canada put an ass whooping on France. And then, yeah, had a little bit of breakfast, and I figured, why not? Let's get out and shoot now. Did 2 loads of laundry because I get up at really early. So anyway, we're going to put this guy away for a little bit. We'll come back to it. Let's see if we can...
Mommy's scaring him.
Oh. Hey, is mommy kicking your ass, Ben? Hey, is mommy kicking your ass? Yeah, let's pull this guy out. I've also got another one of those really cool, these really cool pouches. I don't know. I gotta talk to Andrew, find out what material this is made out of. I love it. I would like to do a little weight test between these and the leather ones too, to see what the difference is. But these are, I don't know, man. They've got the texture of microfiber, but they got the density of kangaroo leather. It's kind of weird. They feel like the Roo leather ones. It's nice. Let's see what the bands are doing on here. Wow, the way these two frames feel though is completely different. They're the Avro is much chunkier and quite a bit heavier. It's actually kind of strange when you think about it, because the Aries is probably my second favorite frame. This is my first. I know, being my design for my hand and what I like and all that, which is kind of cool. But but they're completely different feel when you put them in your hand. Hello, Marcus 8mm. You are beautiful. Nikos from Greece. Oh, thanks, buddy. No, I'm shooting 9.5 mil. Sorry, 9.5. I'm shooting a 6mm steel or 1/4 inch. It's like 6.2 or 6.3 or something like that. Hey, you just out here watching, eh, bud? Yeah, we got to get this guy dialed in a little bit. First shot came out with a hit, and I've missed everything else since. Weird. There we go. Both the Avro and the Aries are both 90mm fork widths, but the Avro I actually anchor it a little bit different. I use the same height, but I pull back a little bit. I don't know what I'm doing wrong though. I'm shooting a little bit to the right. Weird. See if we can figure this out. Yeah, it's getting worse, so that's definitely the no. Ooh, it's gonna be one of those days, eh? It's funny, this is usually my best shooter. Today, nope. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Give you a look at her there. Now, I was kind of disappointed. I bought some of these black ones, the what do you call them? The Riv nuts, and they look really good with all all blacked out hardware. So I'm using black screws, black carbon fiber pins, and all that stuff. And it's pretty cool. Hey, Benny. Hey. But they don't seem to last for some reason. I don't know why, but they don't last anywhere near as long. I haven't quite figured out why or what the deal is or why they're like that, but Might have just had my cant a little bit too much on this one. Yeah, it's an absolute beautiful day. I'm actually a little bit cold on the front, but with the sun blaring down on my back, I've almost got a sweat going. So I'm kind of like 50-50. Half of me is too hot, half of me is too cold. Or half of me is a little cold, not too cold. Dog barking cops there from the parking lot. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Benny will take him out for me though. He's got that pit poodle in him, you know. Nobody can get anywhere close to my house without him letting me know. Ooh, dead center on that one. That was a terrible miss. Do I put flat washers under the cone cup washers? I used to do that. I don't do it anymore. Now I just, when I put my cone cup washers in there, I drill my hole exactly the same size as the screw. And I just give it a little back and forth with the drill bit to make sure that I've got enough room for the clip to slide up and down. But that's all I do. I used to do the washers, but the washers end up bending and it's another thing to add and all that stuff. And I give up on that. Standing on guard for thee. Yes, he is. What's the temp up here? It's around -10 with the wind chill. -10 Celsius, that is. I gotta remember, I just cant this frame a tiny little bit. I don't like doing the whole hunch over, bend over thing because I find I tend to go more and more and more and more and it just causes a problem. There we go. Let's see if we can get that little 20 up on top with this guy. Height is perfect. A little bit to the right. There we go. Let's try again. A little bit to the right again. A little bit to the left. we had the same issue with the Aries. I think it also takes a little bit of time to break the pouch in. Because I'm telling you, like the feel of these pouches, it's very much like a firm, like look at it. How it just hangs there. It's a very firm, see if I can just lift it up from the bottom. Fucking wind. You see? It's a very firm pouch. So I'm going down with this. You would think that the bands would pull it down or make it flat. No way. It's very, very firm. So it's a sturdy material that he uses. And I like it. I think once you give it some time and it starts to break in, this thing's going to be all business. There we go. I have hunching over more and more if I'm standing in the same spot. Yeah, me too, Damien. I find I started standing up more straight, and then if I need to, I just cant my frame a little bit. and it's very nice. But both this one and the Aries I haven't shot in a long time. It's been months and months for the Aries, and this one it's been about a month at least. Very nice. And my favorite diameter is 9.5. I guess you're talking about your ammo. We'll be watching you. Keep it up. Oh, thanks, man. You be well too. Oh. Yeah, with my targets that are like that from Timber 26, I started doing that. I would once they get all like fuzzy around the sides and get all fuzzy and fluffy and everything like that, I would take it into my shop. I get my belt sander going, and I would just kind of go around it and just sand off all that extra gunk that's kind of sticking out, and then I would run over it with some. I would go over it with some crazy glue and glue them all up again, and they last for another long time before they start to fray. But I was kind of wondering, actually, Scourging might have a good idea. I was thinking about maybe the next time I have to do that and get the fluff off of them, I'll get some. I use C-Tough epoxy for all my frames. I think what I'll do is I'll try that. I'll see if I can get the C-Tough on there and see if that actually holds them together a little bit better. It might, because the C-Tough is actually really good epoxy. Very, very tough and good with heat. That's why when I'm doing my aluminum core frames, I don't have to worry about them delaminating at all. At least I've never had that happen. So that I can't say. I've never had that happen where they kind of get unstuck. And you can just, I've had people tell me, oh, you just push them back together again and wait till it cools down and it'll glue back on. But I've never had that happen with the C-Tough. When I did my test to see how good it was, I took 2 pieces of G10, sanded them down pretty good with some 40 grit, and then I just glued them together like this, and I had a piece sticking out, and then I locked it in the vise when it was dry after 24 hours, and I hit it with a hammer, and it actually ended up splitting the G10 instead of breaking the bond, which is a very, very good sign. And I saw another guy do one on, I saw another guy do a test on there, and he actually heated it up and it held on really, really well. So he heated it up far more than I would ever heat it up with a sander. So that's the good thing. Unless I just grabbed it, went and really zapped the shit out of it, but never had a problem with it at all. And it's Canadian made, which is something else I like too. I'm considering making a mold for some non-leather ones. Got to find the right stuff that'll hold up to the abuse. Oh yeah, like you think about using like a plastic or something. I had my hands frostbitten as a kid many times. I need gloves before a jacket. Yeah, that'll do it, man. Any ideas for a glove that would work when shooting? I've tried sailing gloves. I just don't have the finger coverage. Here's the thing. If you wore fingerless gloves, like those big, thick mittens that come up here, but you got your fingertips out, would having your hand warm enough or warmer like that keep your fingertips warmer? I know for me it does. Yeah, that might be a tough one. Or even finding the materials might be tough. Thinking about it. Have you ever tried a golf glove? A golf glove might work. A golf glove might work. They're nice and tight. They fit your fingers really, really well. You should probably still have a decent or a fair amount of dexterity there. The extra bit of leather on there would probably act like another skin that's gonna keep you a little bit warmer. It might be something to try. It's kind of wild. Usually, we've had a coyote around, rolling through the crap in the backyard here. Not on my side of the property, but the other side of the property. And usually in my backyard, we got rabbit tracks everywhere. There's rabbits all over. I know some of you guys saw that live where those two rabbits were just getting it on, completely gave a shit, forgot about it, ran right in between my legs and just started fucking right in front of me. Fucking rabbits. But I don't have a rabbit print anywhere on my property this winter. And usually they're out here just running around and they come over here and they nibble on the lilac tree and over there at the plum tree. They haven't touched any of those they haven't touched any of those branches down there, which is kind of odd. I guess that means that the coyote's working hard. Golf glove for sure, even high style. Oh, I don't know. I don't mess with high style, but hey, what's up, Andy? Have you tried it with high style? Rabbits running foot. You could just pick them up if you wanted. Yeah, well, these ones here that I had running around my backyard that day, I could have just grabbed that little fucker and picked them up, threw them right in a pot. Would have been good. I had a lot of curry in my cupboard. Curry rabbits, fantastic. I think up here, I think the season's yeah, I used to use golf gloves with old ammo. Oh, nice. Did you find they kept your hand warm or less cold, we'll say? I would try a golf glove. I have some, maybe keep them warmer for a few a few more minutes maybe. Yo, Numbskull, what's happening, bud? Knuckles in the house. Oh. No synthetic golf gloves. Yeah, I'm a leather guy too, 100%. I don't like any real synthetic shit at all. Even my my gloves that I use for ice fishing and doing the the snow blowing and all that stuff. I just have some leather work gloves. It helps out a lot. Feels good. Yo, Richard, what's up? Yes, sir. I like the. Hold on a second. Let me get these guys on here. Which roof pouches are you talking about, Rich? Just cut the bottom of that one. I was really trying to get a shot right dead center on that little chip in there, but I really wish there was I could shoot with some glasses on, because that would be nice. Get some sunglasses on here. It's bright as fuck out here. The ones from Andrew. Oh, I'm thinking, yeah, no, they're good. They're very good. The ones from Andrew are very good. I've got one of his synthetic ones on here, and I've just been talking these things up too. These things are freaking badass. But I've got one of Andrew's on here. This one I really, really like. Root pouch. And I've got that on my pickle fork. I'll be shooting that one. I'll be shooting that one next. Very nice. I highly recommend them, to be honest. Especially if you're shooting smaller ammo like I'm doing. The ones that he sent me are fantastic. Definitely can't go wrong. There we go. Hit that chip. It's all about hitting the chip. How many of you guys get out there and, or how do you practice in wintertime? Do a lot of you guys have indoor ranges where you can get out there and put the reps in? Or do you mostly just kind of lay low during winter and then put in the work when the weather gets nice to try to get back up to where you're at? Because I find for me the biggest key for me getting my shooting really, really dialed in and really tearing it up is it's just consistency. And it's kind of hard. Like right now, I'm sometimes I miss a shot and I have no fucking idea why. And it's just because I'm out of practice. But I would like to get that figured out and see what it is that I'm doing and what I'm not doing, that kind of thing. I'm driving, so I'm in and out of service. Okay, I got you, buddy. Stay safe, man. Stay safe. Here, I don't have to worry much. It's less than 5 inches of snow on the ground a year, and we have very, very few days where, yeah, well, most of our winter is flirting around that temperature, and we got a shit ton of them. Oh, if you're talking about rue leather, I think rue leather is probably the most durable leather there is, pound for pound. So for thickness, it's like the difference between like let's say, for example, you've got a piece of regular steel versus a piece of titanium. You know, like you could use something thinner in titanium, makes it thinner and lighter, but it's equally as strong as whatever. It's the same kind of deal with rue. Rue leather is very, very durable stuff. Lasts a long time, and it's crazy. Yeah, what's up, gang? Long time no see. How you doing, Ziggy? So if you're looking for a leather pouch, the two leather pouch or two types of leather that I like the best for all pouches, one of them is kangaroo leather. Obviously, it's very, very good stuff, but also goat leather is very good. But that's the reason why a lot of people go towards rue leather, is because of the strength and durability of the stuff. It's really, really off the charts durable. Maybe steel wasn't a good thing to talk to use on that, but I think you get my point. I haven't set up a garage setup yet. I still have an occasional flyer. Too many windows in the garage. Yeah, I got a couple of, but not that far down. Are you watching Cricket World Cup? Nope, not me. Canada is playing in it. Even though half of the team is Indian. Yeah, but half of Canada's Indian. So it works out, man. Yeah, we have a lot of Indian people here, and they love cricket. A buddy of mine that used to work at my company, he was one of the engineers named Ritesh. He was our draftsman and everything. Great guy, and he used to play on a cricket team out here. They had a blast. Ooh, smoked it. All right, I think we'll take a few more shots with the Avro. Let's see if we could run them all. If we run them all, I'll switch over to the pickle. See how that goes. So we'll start from the top left and work our way. It may take me forever, but we'll definitely get a few more shots in, and you'll get to see me miss a whole bunch. There we go. Got the little guy. Enough to make him wiggle, not enough to make him flip. And the brightness is just cooking my eyes out here. There we go. Got her. Dead center. That's about as dead center as it gets. That was a perfect shot. Almost got that squirrel ball on the wiggle. It was so close. There we go. Squirrel ball. There's just a chipmunk ball left. That one's really tough to hit. It's a tiny little target. Let's see what's going on in the chat before we go after that one. I wonder if gator or shark hides would work for pouches. Tough hides. Oh, it might. I'm using the Mega electric white. Yeah, this is 0.4 electric white I'm using. Looks cold. Lowest down here I am is 4C. Now it's, yeah, we're minus 10 right now. Got a skedaddle. Have a good one, Mark. Yeah, take it easy, Scott. Nice. Thanks for stopping in, bro. Just got a glove that might work. Thin neoprene diving gloves. Oh, that'll work for sure. But how thin are they? Is it enough to still have some dexterity on your fingers? All right, let's get that squirrel ball. Chipmunk ball, I mean. Okay. We'll pull out the pickle after. Oh, that was so close. It's going to be a weird transition into the pickle fork after shooting short draw. Even shooting short draw, I haven't done that in like a month. We're back to the shooting right again for some reason. Yeah, that wasn't me that hit it. It was the curtain. Curtain got it. Just a little low. Can you get frostbite at -10? Oh, no, you can. You can if you're out here too long. But I mean, I'm kind of conditioned to it. I mean, just to give you an idea, yesterday I was out ice fishing at -8, and I was just clearing the frozen ice out of the hole with my hand. So, I mean, it's relative. I mean, for somebody who's been out shooting long enough, or been living here long enough, this kind of cold is really nothing. But when you start getting into the -20s, that gets some serious shit. It doesn't take long, and the more wind you get, the faster your hands get for the faster your hands freeze. Yeah, so we're -10 Celsius right now, and yeah, I guess you probably could, but you'd have to be out for quite a long time. Maybe get your hands wet or with a higher wind. But it's just kind of like me getting heat stroke, you know, going to a place like Cuba. When I got off the plane there, I'll never forget that. I got off the plane and I was like, oh, fuck no, I can't do this. This is way too hot. It was way too hot. Luckily, a cold front moved in the next day, and it was good. Otherwise, I was going to spend 5 days just fucking hanging out in my hotel room, because it was brutal. It was like 40 degrees and humid, very humid. Oh man, it was brutal. There we go. Fucking bastard. Took forever. But I've come out, like if you see some of my older videos, I was out here shooting in -20, -25. I mean, I've gone ice fishing in -30. So it's like I said, it's really relative. You have to be, you got to be kind of used to the conditions that you're living in. Like the Sherpas in Nepal are good with elevation. The people who live in Bolivia are good with elevation. That kind of thing. Ocean water freezes at 28 degrees Fahrenheit. Really, that's it. The water in the human body is saltier, so it should freeze a little bit lower temperature, but damage to the tissues is done long before that. Yeah, 100%. That I would agree with. One thing I will say too, just to keep in mind with all this talking about cold and whatnot, when I'm out doing my thing, I am used to it. I am a little bit confident in one of my buddies used to say to me, when I grow up, I want my hands to be like Mark's. Because my hands are pretty durable, man. I can take cold very, very well. As I'm getting older, it's not as good anymore. But like today, my hands aren't even cold. When you feel them, they still feel warm. They're warmer than my face is. So it's pretty cool. Yo, what's up, Paul? But I will say this: my hands are used to the cold. You ask my ex. Fuck. Yeah. The one thing I will say is, actually having you're holding on to things, you're moving things around, you're out here shooting, doing all that stuff. It does make a bit of a difference. Thick working man's hands are harder to get cold because thicker skin. Yeah, maybe. And the one thing I will say too is, like after when I go ice fishing, say 2 or 3 times, and I'm using my hand to scoop out the water, I just kind of wipe it on my coat, and I got all kinds of weird shit on me. The one thing I will say is, my skin on my hands, it gets like really shredded up leather. It's like really, really dry and rough and coarse. Like I could probably sand a table with them, But yes, Mr. Korea, how you doing, buddy? Ice on the way? Hope not. All right, let's get the pickle out, see if we can do any damage with this thing. We were killing it last time. I'll take one shot first, and then I'll show you what we got going on. Woo! We got work to do. So that's a little planchette I got from Gene Kirkland. Absolutely love it. It's gonna take a little bit of shooting to get dialed in with it, but I am still learning pickle fork, for if anybody's wondering, and I haven't shot it since the last video that you guys saw me shoot. So we'll see how we do. It took a while to get warmed up, but I ended up getting a new PB on the. I got a new PB. We got 6 in a row on the 40. See if we can get one. Oh, we're close. We're close. I was shooting a little bit low, so I just gotta figure out my anchor a little bit, but we're getting there. There we go. We got our first hit. Took 3 shots. Mr. Vapor, how you doing? I saw your about cold band precise. I am thought precise cold band. Thank you for the information. Yeah, precise cold. I don't know. I think it's decent. A decent band. I think it's a decent band. I know a lot of people out there like it. I just find that from the Swiss Alps, very cool. Where are you? Are you out in Luzerne? Luzerne? I've been to Luzerne. Love that place. Gorgeous, gorgeous place. Expensive place. It wasn't that expensive when I went there last time. The Swiss Vapor. I was there in 2001 though. It was nice. Very nice. I was there for the Fastnacht Festival. I was staying in Basel. We did a little tour around, checked some stuff out, and it was pretty cool. Had some friends that lived there. Whoa. I've been trying to hit that little guy all day long and I was having trouble. Completely missed the 40 and hit the 20 up on the top right. You know you fucked up your shot when. Yeah. Queer winter season now. We have 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. Yeah, us too. Am I using? No, this Tuckdown. This is still the same band set that I had on my last live. I'm gonna shoot them until they're done, and then I'm gonna switch over to the shorter ones on the hillbilly part of Switzerland. Cool, very cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed visiting your country though. I found the people were very nice. We checked out some stuff, did a little tour around. I went to Luzerne. I went to I stayed in Basel, went to Luzerne, and what was the other place I went to? There was a third city we went to visit. Can't remember. But the Fastnacht Festival was fantastic. Incredible. It was kind of neat because they have these guys. I don't know how to explain them. They're kind of like they call them Voggymen. For those people not from Switzerland, they call them Voggymen or Voggies, and they kind of run the streets during this festival, and they They run the streets kind of acting like clowns, I guess. And they'll give you something, but it's custom for you to give something back, or they throw confetti and shit on you. It was kind of funny. We had a lot of fun. But the cool thing that we had found out that is that their identities are kind of secret. Like nobody really knows who they are and what and all that stuff. Yeah, the carnival season. Yeah, it's so great. And we'd been running around in the streets, and we met this person. And this person came up to us and said, "Oh, who are you? Where are you guys from?" And the people that we were visiting that were living there knew this guy, and they're like, "Oh, these some Canadian, yeah, Vuggies." They knew some, they found out that we were Canadians, and they decided, okay, come with us. We're gonna have some dinner. And they brought us in there. And when we got into this, like, it was like a little caboose from an old train. When we got inside there, all the guys took their helmets off, so we got to actually meet the Voggies. It was kind of an auger. It was very, very cool. We had a lot of fun. Got to meet some cool people. And for anybody who's ever gone to any of these countries, we were in Germany also. Many of the people there can speak. I'd love to see them. Many of the people there speak English, French, German, Swiss Deutsch, and some of them speak Spanish. It was very, very cool to go there and be able to talk to people in a completely different country with a completely different culture, with one of the two languages that I know, which was kind of neat. How those frames I was working on turned out, I put the kibosh on all of it, but almost all of my my sales go down to the US, almost all of them. And well, with all the bullshit that's going on between our two countries, it's such a pain in the ass to ship. I just stopped building them. They're kind of in the same status as you saw them now. So nice. Swiss is fun, right? Oh yeah, a lot of. Yeah, I just put a break on it. I had to refund 2 or 3 orders because the new order rules that came in was basically I had to provide the recipient's name, address, phone number, email address, and social insurance number. Otherwise, they wouldn't accept the package from UPS to ship to the United States. $25 in US fees. Yeah, I'm done with it all. So until everything kind of goes back to the way it goes. Yeah, I do speak a little French. Yep. I do live in Quebec, so I need to be able to speak some French to be able to communicate with my people. Otherwise, I'm not allowed to work or live here. Doesn't really matter that I'm born here. It's if you're not French, you're nothing but trouble in the eyes of the government here. That's only in Quebec, by the way. Canada is a different story. We got French, Italian, Swiss German, High German, and Romanish, kind of like Romanian, but not at all. It sounds a bit like, oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, it was kind of funny. It was a bit of an eye opener because here in Canada, the English and the French are always at each other, bickering and fighting over stupidity. And then you go to a place like, so even the Indians there need to speak French. Not right away. They get a free pass on it because they're new. But all of us old Canadians, I actually had a guy from the government tell me that I should leave Quebec and I should live somewhere else because I don't speak good enough French. Even though I was able to speak French, it wasn't good enough French. So, yeah. And trust me, They're letting it slide right now because that's what the federal government wants. But once all the stupidity stops there, you're going to see big problems for the people that moved here. They're going to all be required to learn how to speak French. Or the Quebec government's going to be telling them to split. I've got a guy I work with right now, a Ukrainian guy. He's actually having a hard time getting his paperwork done and becoming a full citizen, but because he's trying to do it the right way. If he would have just showed up and decided to say, "Hey, I'm going to be here," they would have given him papers right away. It's kind of crazy how this country works. They try to make it. Anyway, I'm not doing it. I'm not getting into the politics crap. It's just going to get me angry. Come to Alberta. Yeah, well. Yep, everyone's going to need to speak French. No choice, but Ziggy, no choice. Canada has two official languages. It's English and French. In Quebec, there's only one official language, and it's French. So how they work it is you got to learn it, you got to use it, or they want people to get the fuck out, which is the truth of it. It sucks, but it is. That's the way it is. The conjugation of past and present tense messed me up in French. Oh yeah, they got just wait till you get into the future and passé composé and all that crap. It's just a real pain in the ass. I don't think it's a bad thing. Numbskull. You would think, yeah, 100%. You would think so. But imagine this law, okay? Tell me how you think about this. When my son was born, if we wanted to put him into school, okay? Now, Canada has two official languages. So that means from east to west, north to south Canada, you are able to walk into any government building and request your paperwork in either English or in French, and you'll get it, except Quebec. In Quebec, if you go to the government and you're not considered a what's the term they called it? A historical Anglophone, you are not allowed to have English paperwork at all. If you come to Canada or come to Quebec in English and you want to teach your kids English in school, you are not allowed because you don't get a chance. And by the way, in English school, they teach kids English and French. In French school, they get French school, and they get a tiny little bit of English, and that's it. Yes, they are. And for us to be able to put our son into the English school board, so he doesn't lose his rights. So here's the thing. I had to get a paperwork proving that I was in English school in Quebec to be able to allow my son to be able to go to English school. Even though I did have that paperwork and it was okay, if I decided, I want my kid to be better in French, I'm going to put him in French school, he would lose his rights to allow his children to go to English school. The only purpose one would create a law like that, the only reason why is to squash the English and get them out of your province. That's the only reason. And there's many, many things like that. If I open up a restaurant, I can't call it Mark's place, even though I'm Mark and it's my place. I can't call it that. I would have to call it Chez Mark. If I put Chez Mark and put Mark's place under it, I'm allowed to put both languages, but the second language in English has to be smaller and less predominant than the top one. Otherwise, forget it. There's a lot of fucking language laws that are up here that are ridiculous. You are required to pass a French test, and I've been lucky enough to dodge it for this most part, because it used to be that it wasn't required if you had a company less than 50 employees in your building, that you didn't have to require. But now they've dropped it down to 30. My building's got like 200. Yeah, even the street signs are all in French. Yep. Yo, what's up, Smo? Yep, all the street signs are in French. Everything's in French all the time. When I click on a YouTube video, even though I've got all my information in English, when a commercial pops up, it comes up in French. I don't have an option to see where I'm at. So that's actually what's going on here. And I am all for that. If I'm going to another country and I'm going to live there, that I should learn how to speak the language. I shouldn't have a year to become perfectly bilingual before you get tossed out, right? That's kind of bullshit. And I'm not very strong. I'm not very strong in languages, even though I've lived in Quebec my whole life. I struggle in French. It's just a tough language to learn. And and up here in well, what if someone driving? Yeah, well, driving through. It is what it is. Not only that, there are ads on YouTube. What are the ways of stopping all that without paying? Yeah. Are there ways, Paul? Talk to me, buddy. Speaking French must do something to your brain. I guess it does. I don't know. But it's kind of crazy because basically what we have here is in my province, we've got a couple of different parties that run in here. We've got the Liberal Party, we've got the Bloc Québécois, and the Parti Québécois. Those are both those two guys, and the current government, which is the CAC, the CAC or something like that. Anyway, the Bloc Québécois and the Parti Québécois are both separatist parties. And the CAC is also a separatist party. They just haven't been able to get it going yet. But the other English choice, I call it English because all the English people vote for Liberal because it's the only one that's going to actually save their rights or work on their rights, even though they've been failing at that too. The Liberal Party of Quebec has been nothing but criminal and bullshit. Really, really tough. Mr. Alfonso, what's up, buddy? uBlock Origin on a browser. Oh, nice. Yeah, so the whole deal here in Quebec is kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Again, it's hard to explain. And I guess for people who've never lived here, they don't really understand all the BS that goes on. But I mean, really, if you're going to a country and you're planning on living there, you should learn how to speak one of the languages. In Quebec, and the required language is going to be French. But oh, they are watching. I'm sure they are. Just to give you an idea, okay, imagine this. Before I started working in the steel industry, I was a plant care technician. So I'd go to office buildings and I'd take care in water plants. That's what I was doing before I became a steel guy. So we're in this place called the FTQ. It's like It's like a an investment place. You can invest in stuff and all that stuff. A Quebec-based place. And the guy that I'm working with, he's pruning a tree on the inside of some guy's office, and it was like a lilac. And anybody who's ever cut lilac before know it's a really, really fucking hard wood. So he's trying to cut it, trying to cut it, and the shears slip forward, and he cuts the tip of his finger right off. Piss and blood all over the fucking place. He looks like he's gonna pass out. So I go running around looking for someone to help, and I find this woman. I'm like, "Do you have a medical kit?" Excuse me. I get, okay. I'm like, "Do you have a first aid kit or something like that? My buddy just cut his finger really, really bad. I need to, right now he's just like packing it up with papers." So I go running around looking for this thing, and I go into the cafeteria, and she was heading in there to get a coffee when I stopped her and asked her about it. And I said, "Do you have a first aid kit in here or anywhere?" And she looks at, she had there was a plaque on the wall. It said, "Ici, je respecte la loi 101." So the law is basically, here we respect the law 101. The law 101 is one of the first language laws that came out here in Quebec that dealt with all this stuff. So she wouldn't tell me where the fucking first aid kit was while an anglophone was bleeding all over the fucking place because I spoke English. So I ended up going into another guy's fucking office. I'm like, "Do you have a first aid kit here? My buddy cut the tip of his finger off and is causing problems." I was a little bit freaking out. Yeah, that's real messed up. I was a little bit freaking out, and I lost my French. It's my second language. I have a hard time with it. So I tried speaking to the guy. He's like, "Don't worry about it. What's the matter?" I said, "Yeah, my friend just cut the tip of his finger off." And I asked this lady, and she told me that we respect the law 101 here. And he's like, "What the fuck?" And he ends up coming with me. He was like a really high ranking dude too. Hopefully she got fucking fired, but I don't know. I refused to go back to that place after that. But we ended up finding my buddy Dave. We wrapped him up, got his finger to stop bleeding, and everything was cool. But it was a real fucking prick move. And yeah, that's the kind of shit that we deal with here. I had another one too, where I went to a place to get some glasses, a prescription for glasses, and I called, and we just had this. The premier of Quebec from the Parti Québécois was this woman named Pauline Marois. She had just won, and all the people all of a sudden got some balls, and were treating English people like shit because she was the premier, and they figured, oh, she's going to be the one to take them to the promised land and separate from Canada and all this shit. And she ends up, I end up calling the place to find out if my glasses were ready, and I wanted my prescription. So I call up the place. I said, "Hi, my name's Christopher Abel, blah, blah, blah. I'm here to pick up my, I want to know if my glasses are ready, if I could come pick it up." She said, "Excuse moi." I said it again. She hung up on me. So it happened twice. I figured, okay, maybe it's just my cell phone. So I went home and I called for my home line, and she hung up on me a third time. So I went over there. I asked for my prescription. They already had my glasses made. I told them to go fuck themselves. I said, apparently my fucking English money's not worth it here. And I left, and I ended up going to get my glasses made somewhere else off of a place called Zen online. If my language and the money is not worth it, then you can go fuck yourself. And I went somewhere else. And it sucked because I really like my doctor, but if they're going to hire people like that, they can fuck right off. I would never do that to somebody. Even though it is the official language, is the official language of the U.S., many public school systems must provide teaching an immigrant's native language. Yeah, but you see, I got no problem with that. I got no problem with that. And our country, east, west, north, and south, also, we have 2 official languages in Canada. So why is there only one here? It's not right. Public school systems must provide teaching. Okay, so if I'm understanding correctly, so let's say I come from Sweden, and I arrive at a school there. They got to have somebody on the grounds that can teach in Swedish. Can't Mark Carney can't do a damn fucking thing. I'm surprised the guy can fucking feed himself. He's a complete idiot. He's a complete idiot that's ruining our country along with the rest of the gang of fucking idiots he's got in his... Oh, you just got me started, bro. Ziggy, what are you doing to me, man? That dude's a complete fucking criminal. Oh. Woo. No, it's Western European. So what's the other language that they'd have to teach in? Would that have to be like like Mexican or something like that, or sorry, Spanish? I would imagine. But that would make sense because that's probably the biggest, the second biggest population you guys have in your country. I'd imagine, right? If you're in the U.S. Oh, certain countries. Okay, I got you. But learning extra languages is actually a very, very good thing. If it was up to me, I would prefer, yeah, Spanish. Okay, yeah. If it was up to me, I think learning English, French, and Spanish would probably be the most important three languages you could learn. With those three languages, if you're anywhere, fluent in there, not perfect, but as long as you can communicate somewhat with those three languages, you can pretty much go anywhere. Do I know French? Yeah, I know a little bit of French. I have to be able to communicate with all my mechanics and the people at my work. So I pick up a lot of the work lingo. I speak French probably about 50% of my day, every day at work. It's kind of broken French, but the good thing is, I think the biggest problem I have is I have a really nice Ukrainian woman that I work with, and another really nice Brazilian woman, but both of them have a bit of an accent and they speak French. The problem with that is that when we're learning French in school here, we learn Parisian French, like a French, not like a Quebecois French, which is more of a slangy French. Which, if you ask me, it should be considered a different dialect of French, kind of like in Chinese, you've got Mandarin and Cantonese. So that's the kind of I guess the issue with it all. So it's kind of tough in that respect. Listening to other people talk with different accents, or people who have learned how to speak Parisian French versus people who've learned Quebecois. That's the tough thing. How cold is it? It's around -10. Fingers are starting to get cold. Oh, we've almost been out here for 2 hours now. I guess that would be like, I don't know, what is -10 Celsius? I guess that's like, I guess it's like 25 degrees Fahrenheit or something like that. Maybe 21. Anybody know the conversion on that? Actually, where I live, we have a lot of Creole here. There's a lot of people from Haiti that come up here. Montreal, I think, has I think it's like the second biggest population of Haitian people besides Haiti. I think there's that many people here. Maybe New York, I don't know, but Haiti, there's a lot of Haitians here, and the French that I grew up, I lived in the Haitian community when I was young, so um, you learn a little bit of that language. 14 Fahrenheit, yeah, so it's 14 Fahrenheit up here today. Today, use slingshot frame. What's the benefits of the one that I'm using right now? My Korean brother, this one right here. It's just a different style. It's a different style of shooting. It's a pickle fork. You could shoot a little bit longer. You could do a different style of shooting, so it's a longer draw. The forks are down there, sit down here. You don't just release it straight. You actually speed bump it a little bit. It's a little bit different. Pickle, tickle. How you doing, Daniel? So it's kind of fun to learn something a little bit new. So this is my my second or third time out shooting this guy now, which is kind of nice. And we're doing all right. I mean, we're getting some hits, getting some nice smacks on that 40 down there, which is pretty good. If anybody's interested on my setup on this, I've got it. I could tell you about it, but I'm thinking about doing a video on shooting pickle fork. Because there's a lot of people out there that are saying that pickle fork is only for like experts of shooting, and for people who've got lots of experience and all that. And I don't know. I call bullshit on that. I think pickle forks, for anybody who wants to learn it, you do shoot slightly different with a pickle fork than you do with a regular slingshot. But it's like the same amount of difference between. Oh, you're out here, Knuckle? Take it easy, bro. It's basically the same thing as shooting short draw and long draw. There's lots of guys out there that start off shooting long draw and they work it out, they figure it out, and they get good at it. It's the same thing with a pickle fork. I had to change things up a little bit. When I was shooting pickle fork. I couldn't do it with a short draw like I normally do. I can't anchor in the same spot that I normally do. So I decided to change things up. I make my bands differently. I approach the whole thing like something different. And anyway, we're learning. Take it easy, Jeff. Yeah, and we're learning. We're figuring it out. We're getting pretty decent with it. I've had a couple of pretty good runs shooting the pickle fork. Yo, Dean, what's happening, bro? Nice to see you. Just throwing my glasses around. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to shoot these little pickle forks, though. I like it, and I'm kind of figuring it out as I practice a little bit, and it's nice. The advantage or disadvantage, I don't know, but we get some pretty decent speed shooting 1/4-inch steel. My bands are 10 or 1 centimeter straight cuts, 0.4, and they shoot pretty quick. I can make them faster too if I make them a little bit shorter. It'll just increase the draw weight a little bit. And there we go. Yo, Shades is in the house. How you doing, Shades? How's the weather on your side of the pond there, buddy? Top Lark. Wet sleet. Oh no, that's no good. We should do another live soon one of these days, Shades, and catch up, buddy. It'll be fun. We'll have to play it by ear, though, and figure out what the weather's like, because it's kind of weird here, but should definitely do another live. It'd be fun. Haven't really checked my bands. We've got a lot of shots through these bands, and they're still going strong. Yeah, I'll figure out what's going on in the next couple of weeks there. If you ever want to hop on for a live, I'll reach out to you if the weather's looking good, and we can have a chat and a shoot. Might be fun. Oh, thought we were gonna get another hit there. It was feeling good. Everything felt good. The draw was good. Everything was just bang on, and totally missed. It was bad. It was bad. I remember in one of my first videos, I had a couple of Chinese guys pop up on there. And the only reason why I know they were Chinese was because they had they had saw my video and commented on it, something with Chinese, like the symbols, and I didn't understand what he was saying, so I checked it out, and they were making fun of me, saying, "Look at this guy! He doesn't even pull back past his head. Total amateur." They were just ripping me a new one in Chinese, and I was shooting at. I don't know if for you guys who've been around for a long time. I was shooting at I had an old swing set in the backyard that I had set up some sheets, and I was using that as my catch box. And they ripped me about the catch box. They ripped me about everything, and I'd only been shooting for like 4 days. Fucking assholes. Yeah, but yeah, it was kind of funny. Yeah, it was kind of funny. They were just tearing me a new one between the two guys, just shooting the shit, making fun of the guy from the West who can't shoot. And I don't know, for you guys who saw my first video, that top archery shooter there. I mean, I wasn't doing too bad. I was hitting cans and shit, and I'd only been shooting for a couple of days. So it was funny. I think I replied to them too, and I just don't remember what I had said back to them, but yeah, it was like, I remember I ordered that slingshot off of Amazon, and I had never even seen a slingshot with flat bands before. It was like, holy shit, look at that thing. I gave it a try. Good job they didn't see my Star Wars curtain bearing catch box. Oh man, yeah, it's kind of funny, but you know what? That swing set with my sheets hanging from it, it actually worked pretty good. It caught all my ammo down at the bottom. I didn't rip them right through and shoot into the backyard, and I was hitting everything from 40 mil flippers and up within a couple of days, and it worked. So can't complain too much. It's just kind of ironic that about 4 years later, I start getting messages on my Instagram. Hey Mark, congratulations for partnering with that company and all this stuff. It's all great stuff, man. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't partner with anybody. He's like, yeah, your video, you're all over Instagram. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then sure enough, I go on Instagram, boom, there I am shooting my top archery slingshot, but with another brand because it had the same color wrap. Had the same color wrap, so they stole my video, making it seem like it was their slingshot. Fucking thieves. Yeah. Yeah, I remember it was fucking funny. I wish I would have screenshot it. Yeah. Or screen recorded that video because it was fucking funny. I didn't think about it. I just went after them and I made a complaint that they stole my my stuff. And Instagram ended up pulling the ad down. But yeah, they made all kinds of, and they were there talking about me being only professional shooters shoot these things. It was fucking ridiculous. The same video, the same slingshot I was shooting that I was getting made fun of by the same guys. That's all right though. That's all right. What do they say? Mimicry is the I don't know. Fuck, I don't know. I don't know what they call it. But when people copy you, it's the best form or best. It's the best compliment, I guess. I don't know, something like that. Am I holding the pouch the same? No, not at all. Normally I hold the pouch like this, but now because I'm shooting like this, I got it kind of cocked down here, and I speed bump it a little bit. But I'm and my pouch is set up, like a like that. If you can see how that works. Oh, so close. Later, Ziggy. Take it easy, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. Stay safe, shoot straight, brother. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'll shoot for another. With tubes, I only have to twist the pouch. Oh yeah. I haven't tried long. Oh, I have shot long draw once or twice with tubes, but never like I'm shooting now. It was always like full draw, full long draw, I guess. I haven't had any really good runs yet with this guy. I think the best we've done today is only 2 in a row, 2 or 3, something like that. The last live we got 6 in a row. But I mean, I've gone through 3 frames today. There's 3. I've gone through 3 frames today. We started off with the Aries, switched to the Avro, and now we're at the I knew I was gonna fuck that one up. I held it wrong. Shooting like this, I don't want my elbow up. That's the thing. When I'm shooting short draw, When I'm shooting short draw, my elbow is always up, and I'll stretch out here. Right now, I got to make sure I don't let this go. Right now, I'm shooting up here. So I'm doing my T, and then I'm stretching out. And I want to make, the reason why I'm doing this, because my anchor is actually right at the corner of my eye. Where I should be anchoring, just above, look, just right around here, and then I let it go. And where I screw up is because I'm speed bumping to get around my pickle, slightly speed bumping. I just do this. That's all I do. It's enough to make it wrap around my thumb. But when I'm up here, I've got a feeling off my face. I do my stretch up, and then I just let it go. But I got to make sure that I keep my pinky down. That's the kicker of it, to make sure my pouch stays flat. When I start getting lazy with it, I start speed bumping, but it's speed bumping upwards. So I end up shooting quite high with it. It ends up shooting high and right, or high and left. See if I can show you. It'll end up shooting high, and I think it's left. Anyway. We're just missing. When I used to shoot long draw, when I was shooting long draw before, I used to shoot thumb up all the time. I would grab my pouch like this, and I would draw out, look down my bands, and let it go. I tried shooting like Chuck and Steele does, how he has his thumb down. I can't do it. It just fucking I can't. I shoot my face. I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place, and I don't know. I can't figure it out that way. I know I did a live with Andy Latham from Sling and Clay, and I just couldn't get it dialed in. I can't do it. Oh. See if we can get a hit on that little 20. Let's try that. See how that goes. Close. It'd be pretty awesome if I can get that thing with this. A little low and a little right. Smoked it. Awesome. Yep. All right, guys, I think with that one, we're going to finish off on that highlight. I think we're looking at 2 hours in. My hands are starting to get cold now. I'm having a hard time feeling everything. So I'm going to call this one done. Thanks a lot for all of you guys who stopped by today. Really appreciate you. We got the same people always popping back in, which is awesome. And I love chatting with you guys. So you guys take care, stay safe, get out and practice, be good to each other. I'll see you again soon. I love you guys. Freaking awesome. Bye for now.